One Piece, Manga Chapter 984, My Bible. Remember how I said last chapter was a prime example of how Oda is a master of unpredictability?
NANI?!
Oda.
You son of a bitch!
Not only was this a massive twist, on top of a twist, but it retroactively changes my negative opinion on the previous chapter's Yamato reveal. I didn't understand why Oda would finally reveal him, and yet continue to keep his face hidden. Well, we got our answer sooner than expected, and in typical Oda fashion, the reason was made all the worthwhile. Yamato is an Odin fan, as most of us suspected, but he was born a she, and thanks to Odin, now prefers to be identified as a man, and has kept Odin's journal away from Kaido. This is such an ingenious way to showcase the kind of character Yamato is, without actually having to say anything about him. So much so that I don't even know where to start with him. Setting the obvious next Straw Hat incoming jokes aside, this character is token Oda and One Piece, right down to his core. He's similar to the Rebecca, the Kami, the Vivi, the Wanda, that guiding female presence that gives the Straw Hats insight to the inner workings of the enemy crew or territory. But he's a male version of it that none of us could see coming. I thought for a while Otama was going to be the only version of this, and I still think Otama will have a major role to play by the end. I mean, come on, she's got an animal controlling devil fruit power that's going to have a purpose against a crew of beast pirates. But Otama is more related to Wano, while Yamato will serve as that emotional insight to Kaido's crew specifically. Oda may only have a specific number of tricks up his sleeve, but goddamn, he's so good at implementing these tricks in unsuspecting ways that you can't help but be impressed by it. Do I think Yamato is going to be a Straw Hat? No, probably not. But I do think he is going to be a VVS character for sure. Maybe someone who watches over Momo as a protector and bodyguard after the Straw Hats leave. A good Kaido, so to speak. And if you needed any more evidence that he's similar in nature to Otama, the Ace Bomb gets dropped right at the end too. My instinct tells me that Otama and Yamato knowing Ace is only to give the audience and Luffy more of an emotional connection to the two of them, without giving them entire backstories. But you never know with Oda how deep these implications can run. Maybe Ace will have had a bigger role to play in the history of this arc. Possibly more of a reason the Whitebeard pirates didn't retaliate against Kaido, which would be nice to see. Marco just writing that off because the borders were closed is kinda weak, all things considered. The massive Yamato reveal overshadowed some solid story development and amazing spreads this week though. The Dinosaur Devil Fruits are confirmed to be tough as hell, with Page 1 and Alti bouncing back pretty quick after the beatdown they took. Oda is doing an amazing job making the Beast Pirates look formidable. I mean hell, just look at this spread and tell me you don't think the Alliance is still in serious trouble. You add on the fact that most of the Straw Hats really haven't had one-on-one fights that have tested them in the New World, and you get a recipe for possibly the most hype showdowns in One Piece history. Way beyond CP9 levels of hype, which I didn't think was possible. It sucks that we haven't had real 1v1s in years, but when there's this much buildup, it'll make the fights that much more rewarding and satisfying. Aizo was fully revealed and reunited with Kikunojo, along with Marco and Law's groups, and Hyogoro, Robin, and Jinbei have infiltrated the banquet, getting their first glimpse at what Orochi has done with Momo. It's all great development and really nothing to complain about. I hate to be another one of those guys that beats on the anime, but this is another one of those chapters that perfectly highlights how good the pacing is in the manga compared to the anime. Every chapter just flies by with solid story development, hype moments, reveals, and twists. There's so much story to tell here, and in the wrong hands, most readers would simply be clamoring for the fights to start by this point. Not here though. We've been in Wano for roughly 2 years, and despite this arc taking its sweet time to get here, the manga still manages to make every chapter feel integral and entertaining. And that cannot be emphasized enough as far as I'm concerned. I'm not looking forward to these anime episodes. The only saving grace will likely be extended skirmishes with Luffy, Kid, Zoro, and Apu. But the day we get that One Piece Kai re-edit will be a damn good day indeed. Oh yeah, and I guess the cover story was alright. I mean, it made me chuckle. Pound should still be dead though. Whatever.